will settle down with happiness. You go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's struggling to read. Then you go there, I will tell United Nations, I will tell US, I will bring $1 for you. Because you think $1 for a transit. By the time the woman was reading, when he got to the
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries. But there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence, 30 years, prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brenda Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and our prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years, unconventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time with experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at Large for War Crimes issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D-404, and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change in Liberia and what needed to happen to solidify that process. There was little mention, if any, in his testimony about Sierra Leone. And here is what he said. I posit that 5 years from now, when the international community is challenged by other crises, Taylor in Calabar, under the protection of Nigeria, will make his move. We will wake up one morning and watch on CNN as Taylor rides triumphantly down the main street in Monrovia to the executive mansion, daring all of us to come and get him. Unless he is handed over to the special court for Sierra Leone, this scenario is not out of the realm of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the special court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your stomach, stop slipping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people sue us. The people last us. The government betray us. So much.
And somebody will say, on we go. And yes, it's another day, another night, another beautiful moment in the Republic of Liberia. Beautiful because there are men still around, still around to engage and face the oppressors of the day. And so we can do this with bravery, but deep caution as to how to proceed. Let me say very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight, just after a long weekend that ran into the holiday and the official celebration on yesterday. And while we were on the holiday, there were many things happening on the weekend. Oh yes, I know the big news in that is that you saw that the government, under the instruction of Joe Barker, officially instructed the court to break down, destroy, demolish. A place that house, that school many young politicians in the country into leadership and governance. The terrain that produced Liberia's first professional soccer player as a president of our country.
Nothing to show, nothing. So,
a venue that saw historic speeches, actions, and scenes being delivered and displayed were destroyed by the government. They say it is politics. Some say it is the court. But we know that it is the government. We know that it is the government. And we can say that the government, because we have all of the proof, all of the evidence. Some seditions were in tears. Some were rejoicing. Some became motivated. Some saw it as a challenge to do better. And some leaders in the party saw that as a challenge, a push to recalibrate, to reunite, to reconcile and move forward. While obviously the critics will see that as a setback. George Weah has something to say about that action. Now the party has constituted a committee of gallant men and women to spearhead a fundraising process that will construct a brand new headquarters managed by the CDC. A critic says to me, Austin, so had the government not destroyed CDC headquarters, it would not have thought about building its own headquarters. So it means the government pushed them into doing it. I said, my man, my hand is down. But at the end of the day, the CDC is going to own a brand new headquarters. And we expect that that building will be constructed, completed, and open or dedicated within 1 year. Whatever the case is, we all can continue to engage. So let's talk some things tonight. The Drug Enforcement Agency is under attack.
Okay, let's go.
The first family has destroyed again another leadership within the DEA. This time around, Joseph Boaka Jr. along with his smaller brother Tama Boaka all have been protecting and defending their interests while all dealing and trading drugs in our country. It is because of their relationship with the DEA or their interest in the DEA. That's why the DEA continued to crumble. Baby Kuma was chased out. And now we're hearing that an officer has been disrobed. The officer that is disrobed, 704, is believed to be working for Tama Boaka. Oh, Jesus Christ, what is happening in our country? Civil servants continue to complain that they have not taken pay for the holiday and that the government was lying that they paid the people for August 24th. And the people say that I didn't pay them. Why? That's the question that we ask. So let's talk the government tonight. We have a message for citizens and those around the external bearer of the CDC. Joseph Boaka has instructed his security officers to ensure that they do everything to kill George Weah. They have to be careful. And we have a message for the citizens tonight. You have to take the message or why? No one could trust. My people. What is happening in Nimba County? Prince Johnson is dead. The conflict remains deep and stronger in the in Nimba. Jeremiah Kung is heard in an audio recording expressing his dislike over the manner in forming which Jeremiah Kung is proceeding. Samuel Koka say, hey, Jeremiah Kung. All the people from Nimba that are being appointed in the government that Jeremiah Kung won't recommend them. He is the senator. When you say ladies, Jeremiah Kung can step on it. Jeremiah Kun making key decisions, he does not consult him. And so he had complained to the president. He's waiting to see or hear the action that the president will take. These are just a few of many things happening in the country. The UP government has crumbled. It's never going to wake up anytime soon. It's going to be a big red mark at the end of the 6 years. They have crumbled. The system has been broken down and destroyed. They are all chasing wealth. They want to get rich. They want to recover for the 6 years they were in opposition. Oh yes, this is Freedom Hard Talk. This is Freedom FM. This is 87.9. My name is Austin Kawa. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia. We're taking a break from our sponsor. When we come back, we'll move into the issues. All of you who are joining us tonight via our Facebook Live, welcome to the show.
You speak, I bet you a lot. There's tendencies don't be. You see, we just tell you. That's why we will tell you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and you know abuse us. So why? It's about music. There are crimes in many places, in every community. You know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. Bring your safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must take it. And I mean you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper.
Thank you very much, Ome Sam Sion, Crime Stopper Liberia. Gentlemen, all of you, welcome to the show. Where you joining us from? Jinion Ba, Venetius, Watabu, man. Mohammed Balu, Joseph Zoyu, all of you, welcome to the show. Jim Swa, welcome, gentlemen and ladies, to the show. Ansu family, Paya, Joshua are all joining us tonight. Saturday, Wondu has also joined us. Juje Wonwe, Peter Wonde, Shaklon Chas, Princess Fivamina, Ivy Sompon, Roof, Sokolo, Roland To, all of you, Rose Nimlen Bele. Patricia Brown, Juju, yes, Agatha Glasgow, T. Sylvester Yenswa. It's been a long time, man. How are you doing? J. Emmanuel Nice, Ambassador Harris Wulepili, Arnold Taylor, Elizabeth Thomas, Emmanuel Yagbawolo, Alex Samoba, Lasana Khan, all of you, welcome to the show tonight. Pauline Zion. It's good to have all of you joining the show tonight. Let's move on. Let's drive you straight up to 10 o'clock tonight on the different issues. So let me start on this note. There's this conversation going. So on today, Len Eugene Nangbe, as along with others, were able to secure the release of some citizens who were arrested on Friday. It's good we start by letting you know that those who were arrested, according to information, that those who were arrested have been released, and they were released today. And also the former commissioner You know, you remember the guy who was trending on all of the social media pages and the newspapers that he was arrested with arm and all of that within the CDC headquarters, and that he has been released. Our man, we is the big commissioner, right? Yeah, commissioner of West Point. So he too was released along with those citizens that were arrested on Friday. Also, I'd like to read this from the DA, and the UP folks are reporting that, quoting sources, according to them, UP folks, sources from LDA have confirmed that Unit 704 Abraham Pan, Abraham Pin has been disrobed. An investigation into the leaked audio is scheduled to begin tomorrow. Pin was recently heard on leaked audio instructing LDA officers to release a drug suspect. Additionally, background checks have revealed that he was previously involved in a similar incident, which led to his dismissal by former DEA chief Marco Soko. You can see the man saying, looking at, you can see drug written all in the man's face. You can see the man, is a capua. He's a capua. Okay, so you see, I said this to all of you, right? You gave Joseph Boakai $1 billion. That rusty old man cannot fight drugs in this country. Don't waste your time. I'm telling you. You gave Joe Boakai $1 billion US. I say, Joe Boakai, this is $1 billion. Go and fight drugs. Boakai will lose the war in a fight against drugs. You know why? Because Joe Boakai is aware that his sons, there are two things the government will never stop. You see, the trade of drugs in this country will never stop. The second thing that will never stop, the FIA, the Financial Intelligence Agency, and all the people, they cannot do any, and national security folks cannot do anything to tackle illicit financial flows, or money laundering, and even terrorist financing and black money thing. They want to be BMs. You know why the government cannot tackle these things? Because the sons of the president are connected with the very drug dealers. The sons of the president are connected with the very BM, black money men, that are into illicit, illegal, not illegal, but illicit, drug trade, and illegal financial flows. But that's how they clean the money. They use the system. They depend on the system to clean their money. They go sit on the one entertainment place, buy the direct bill, 50 bottles of beer, 30 bottles of days, 10 bottles of Campari, 30 bottles of days. When they post so they as soon as a month and one person drinking alarming entertainment place called No Stress, one person bill will reach around $10,000-$15,000 at the end of the month. You go see the things the men are drinking. The men bill at the end of the month around $10,000-$15,000. They men sitting down and drinking $10,000-$20,000 alcohol every month. He goes there and pays his bill. Yes, I'm telling you. They go and pay the bills. So you go and see me, you see Anthony friend, my man, you put me on bill. Yeah, that's how you can start. Every day or after every week, one team they do one bill. They wait today, Wednesday, Tuesday, Anthony James or Anthony Boakai, 8 bottle of Campari, the big bottle. You know, I don't want to expensive now. Hennessy XO. So they put all those drinks on one man bill because that man come in with someone at 30, 35, 40K to come for holiday and all of that. You may want to clean your mind. They use these means. The different betting institutions, the casinos. These are the places you always see the Joe Burger Jr. They always in these casinos because that's where these guys are using to clean their money. And the Financial Intelligence Agency has to be on the alert. Look, we have seen these things, we know these things. But you know why? Joe Burger, the Financial Intelligence Agency will not do anything. They can't do anything because Joe Burger Jr. and his brother, Tamar Burger, and now what they call Anthony, they're all involved with these things. So they will not do anything. They will not do anything. I see Joe Burger running around talking about they want to fight drugs. Hey, Joe Burger cannot fight drugs in this country. He can't. The people that are appointing individuals to head the drug enforcement agency are all into trading drugs. If Joe Burger was a serious old man, at this point, they had the deputy for administration at the LDA be on an investigation, turning over to the NSA for investigation. You know why? Because the deputy for administration at the LDA was clear. The man indicted the entire government. And the man is still at the DA. He's not being investigated. Ask yourself, why would this guy who is the deputy for administration, he has nothing to do with operations. He's not even supposed to be speaking to details that surround or concern the operational activities of the LDA. He was called at the Ministry of Information to go and provide information about the management, the administrative management of the DEA, the entity. The man jumped to providing update on the fight against drugs in the country and indicted the entire government. And I say this to you, the Americans sitting up there, they're not taking this lightly. They are not. All of you, this is not a political party conversation. A government that is serious to fight drugs. The deputy head of the DEA goes to a government platform, the Ministry of Information regular press briefing, and told the world that if you look in the executive, he said the reason why the government will not fight drugs and all of that is because they think drug is a lucrative business. And if you look in the executive, all over in the government, you will see people with drugs. He said, if you look in the executive, you will see people there into drug trade. He said, if you look in the judiciary, you will see people there trading drugs. Then he also said, if you look in the legislature, you will see people there trading drugs. I tell you a story about the legislature. You know why I believe this guy? Because I have entered a lawmaker office. I saw him. How do you call it, sir? When the one you put in the paper, then you hold it. I saw him, Capitol Building. He's a former lawmaker. I can talk him. Because those are the people supporting the United Party. Richard Sagbody is a drug man. I'm telling you. And mind you, this guy is running a security firm. Well, he's still running a security firm. Besides that, he's also a member. He's also a security man. Yes, Richard Sagbody is a security man. So when you see these people around around Joseph Braga, and you know there are people who are involved, anybody who can take drug, like cocaine and teen, surely it is not far from them. Because they can take it, they will be protecting those who are trading it. It's just simple. The users will always protect the sellers. The suppliers will always protect their manufacturers. It's a cartel. And the suppliers will always look up to be friends with the influential people in the country, not only government officials. Amin Muda is not in government, but Amin Muda no plenty BM men and drug people. His hotel can host them, some of them, when they come to Liberia. And you think Joe Braga is going to fight drugs? When Amin Muda still remains influential and he knows some of his friends who are BM and into drug trade? No, he's not going to. He's not going to do anything. The DEA, over 90% of the people in DEA can smoke. How will they fight drugs? Because they need the drugs themselves. This thing about recycling products in the DEA, it's not speculation. You take anybody to court who go for the deputy DEA boss audio. There he said it at the Ministry of Information press briefing that government officials are trading drugs. He said that. He said it. That if you look in the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, he said you will find people there with drugs. That's what he said. How did he say that? He was clear that if you check in the executive, you will find people with drugs. So you tell me whether Joe Braga can fight. Joe Braga cannot fight drugs. I'm very sure Braga himself was younger, he was taking drugs. I'm very sure he himself when he was younger. Probably because of all of the medication, the medical complications he's encountering now, maybe they're advising to stay away from drugs. I'm very sure. You can tell me you born your child more than 30 years old, and you don't know his bad habits. Who do you Braga doesn't know the bad habits of Jojo and Tama? He knows. And he's president. He was nobody. He didn't do anything. He was vice president for 12 years. He did not do anything. They tell me he's president. He's not going to do anything, my people. You don't waste your time. The other day, I told one of the former officials at the DEA, I told him, I said, oh man, I shouldn't lie to you. See, accepting to go to the DEA was a trap for you. You can't fight drugs in this country. As tough as you think you are, you cannot fight drugs. I told him, I said, let me tell you something. The first thing is that divine rule will destroy your leadership at the DEA, because the drug business is actually it's a lucrative thing. The men get money, raw money. The Fulani people here, the Lebanese people here, they're trading drugs. They come in here, they bring the real drugs, the cocaine here. They're trading, they're rich. They got real raw money, raw cash. These men are able to sit down and take $2 million US cash and put it in bed and drop it in DEA. But that money paid for the broke money. So they will prefer spending that money in the executive mansion on people like Mama Ka billeted them. They prefer spending that money on people that Mama Ka billeted them. To protect them. To decide who goes to the DEA, to decide who is suspended at DEA in the midst of crisis, to decide who is dismissed at DEA in the midst of crisis. The drug cartel is making decision for the government at the LDEA. Don't waste your time. Joe Braga is not the one making decision. Joe Braga will never make decision who becomes head of DEA. That's not his decision. Because he is compromised. The entire executive mansion is compromised. The mansion is a dump site of corrupt individuals. A dump site of corrupt individuals whose minds are rotting. Whose minds are rotting with stealing and enriching themselves. They can't fight drugs. Don't waste the time. These Lebanese, these Fulas, in partnership with Liberians, they have the money. They can penetrate any system. Then a weak, weary Joe Braga, they can penetrate. We can even make decision for himself. Joe Braga can make decision for himself. That he don't come and make decision to fight drugs. He's not going to make decision to fight drugs. He can. So Liberia is on a time bomb. Nothing I see people doing. Go to the ghetto, they won't get who the new 5 years ago, bring on outside and put clean clothes on and start and put a page on Facebook and start running around with it. And you think you're fighting drugs. There is a difference between fighting drugs and rehabilitating users. The problem in this country is not the users. And we have to look in our faces and tell ourselves the fact that the problem in our country is not the users. The other day I was here telling you, Braga wants to fight drugs. The people, the government officials themselves who are supposed to be fighting, they are the ones protesting. Who are they protesting to? Who are they protesting to? When they should be the ones fighting. They are pretending. Even the t-shirts that those anti-drugs campaigners will morning scheme to them through the different security system from the very drug or traders. The people are connected to break that cartel. You can maybe you need Putin. You need a Putin-minded person. You need a Putin-minded person. Or a Donald Trump-minded person. You see the physical, the concrete actions that Trump, the great US, is taking to fight drugs, and still he's struggling. Still, it is challenging to him. Then you're talking about broke and fragile, dirty Liberia of a fragile piece. That's how you think I mean fight drugs? Liberia, Joe Bagana made dirty. Only when you buy, you see dead. You see Zogo. Small cold shining. The people, they begin a building, small tiny thing, right in Liberia, going to all the big hotels here, trading cocaine in the presence of government officials, with the knowledge of government officials. You think 1704 at the DEA will just wake up and instruct somebody to release a drug suspect? That doesn't make sense. That man was acting on an instruction from the executive marshal. Let me frank. The DEA, look at the DEA leadership. The guy 700 is the head of the DEA. 701 is the deputy for administration. 702 is the deputy for operations. They got 703 was a deputy, was the assistant for administration. They got 704, the assistant for operations. How the hell if the 704 just an assistant will go give instruction to release a drug suspect in the face of hearting pressure or conversation about the fight against drugs? A man, he's not the number one, number two, number three, number four. He's the fifth person in command. Got 700, 701, 702, 703, 704. He's the fifth man in command. The fifth man in command will give an instruction to release a drug suspect when he is his boss. His boss is the deputy for operations, who authorized him to give instruction to release a drug suspect when he's just an assistant for operations, when there is a deputy for operation. Hey, some of you have to think outside the box. You're watching the show. They are investigating. According to them, I'm aware that they are not investigating. I'm aware that they know who instructed 704 to issue the instruction. Trust me, that report will never come outside. That report will never come outside. They are aware, they know. They are already aware, because 704 disclosed the source of his instruction, his authority to authorize the release. They mentored them. And the scary thing is that, what you need to know is that they all in the building are aware. They know 704 connection to the marshal. They know the connection he has with other key men in the different security sectors. They are aware. So the man is so he's like He's like a Zor in the building in the DEA. 704 is like a Zor. He been there before. He worked there. He understands the sector, the different terrain. He knows the different corners. That man able to sit down here and tell you where all the men are coming, where they're coming from, when they come in the country, where they're trading, where they're selling, who the buyers are, everything, who the suppliers are, everything. He knows it. Don't see looking hard and ugly like that. He knows exactly what's happening. He knows. So he will not just wake up one morning and give an instruction to release a drug dealer or a drug suspect. He was instructed to release or to issue the instruction to release the drug suspect. You don't pray to hear the drug suspect name. So when you buy a finger and say, hey, yes. You don't even pray to hear the name of the drug suspect we were talking about here. But that's the country. And you know what is scary more? What is even more scary is the fact that Joe Braga is aware that these things are happening in the country about the fight against drugs. He opening a mouth every day and making pronouncement. And you ask, why is he not concerned or is not asking about updates from these people since drug now has been considered a national emergency? The president sat down amongst all the issues in the country, declared drug a national emergency, and he has not held one meeting with the LDEA people. Since he declared drug a national emergency, he has never held one meeting with the LDEA team. How is drug a national emergency when the president is not getting weekly briefing or bi-weekly briefing about the fight against drugs? How drug is being declared a national emergency and the LDEA themselves, they are not updating the public about the steps or the actions they are taking. Everything we hear from the LDEA is about leaked. Do you know what a national emergency is? We saw Ebola. We saw how the government took it. We have the same way we treated Ebola. We came together and treated and dare and faced Ebola to fight it. The same way we came together as a country and declared national emergency and went to COVID and faced the COVID and fought it in the country and succeeded. That's exactly how the government is supposed to treat anything that is declared a national emergency. But we see nothing. Nothing we see. Braga is busy looking for 40 million on the instruction of Jeremiah Kun to go look for yellow machine in China. You see, the guys, I don't know. If the country only have government officials and they didn't have citizens, I would not be on radio. Trust me. If this country only have government officials governing themselves and their family people, me, I will not be on radio. You know why? Because the government is intentionally ignoring her priorities and pretending to you Liberians that they really want to do something. The other day we sat down and did a just on a dry note. We sat down and said, let's do it. How much you think it will be the least to maintain a yellow machines? Those who, because the yellow machines that are coming, they come in different categories. With those, some are trucks, dump trucks, forklifts, and excavator, all of that. So you put everything in one category. The trucks, they assume you run the truck from here on Barrow, the West Road. So they assume the West, let's say bombing to Morroville. You run a truck every week. When do you maintain? So many say we can only maintain when it breaks down. But looking at the standard maintenance requirement for the trucks, they put it down. How much it cost him to do oil, greasing, the kind of thing? Let's say we spend around 150. Okay, you put truck down 150 for maintenance. Yellow machine will say, okay, send out 150 for truck, and truck it appears to have the least for maintenance. Well, you will spend more money on all the other all the on the forklift, on the excavator. Let's give it let place let's use the 150 for the trucks. Assuming the least will spend on the excavator, I think at 150. So assuming it's at 40 million, assuming they go bring, say how many yellow machines, 80, I don't know 80 or how many yellow machines, they go bring all the yellow machines. They divide it into different and give them 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, or 20, 20, 20, 20. And times that money, 150 for maintenance every month. They times by 1 year, just on the truck, on the excavator, and on the and spare part in there. Spare part in there. When one passport, you gotta go buy it. We started doing the math. We realized that in 1 year time, the government will spend something around 15 to 20% of on maintenance of the amount that they will spend to buy all the yellow machines. And we are aware that the government can afford that money for maintenance. Yes, and you have to maintain those trucks or those equipment. Yes, everything will break down if you don't maintain it. If you maintain it, you have to spend at least 20% of the total amount. Gasoline is not included. Fuel is not included. We not put the money you're spending on fuel every day. We not put the money you're spending on maybe gasoline every day. No. We not put the money you will spend on spare part. Maybe the tire will burst, some of the truck tire will burst, some of the forklift will break, the teeth, one or two of the teeth on the stuff will break, and you might want to go and repair or change the whole blade. Because one teeth on that blade break, you have to go change the whole blade. So we put all that money there. It means in 2 years now, the government might finish spending more than 40 million just on maintenance and purchasing parts. Hey, what kind of serious economists will be sitting near the president and advising to go spend that kind of money to bring all the yellow machines in your country when you spend more than the money on maintenance? Because all the trucks have a duration of 5 years, so you have to maintain them. They have last 5 years, some less than 5 years. Then the trucks, the last one, the trucks, they are less than 1 year. They will depreciate because I haven't to do what they coming to, so the truck will depreciate less than 1 year. And you want to spend all the money, but again, these are the people with their experience. So that's the thing about this job thing. We have to move on to something else. But if anybody has been thinking that Joe Burger is coming to fight jokes, don't waste your time. The old man is lazy, he's weary, he's weak. Jeremiah Kun was right. Listen to what Jeremiah Kun said. And tell me what Jeremiah Kun said then is not happening now. That the old man is weak. His brain is going down the drain. Jeremiah Kun said that. Yeah, listen to him. This is Jeremiah Kun speaking. Listen to Jeremiah Kun. Yeah, listen to him.
Knowing that by 2023 you'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 you'll be tired, you could have a good thing. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 you'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 you'll be tired, you could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding it and you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper.
Okay.
Every day I gotta buy a pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he said, when you run for one term, he said, I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. Find somebody. These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023,
this is Jeremiah Kun, the current vice president to Joe Burger. This is Jeremiah Kun's view, or this was his view in 2023, early before he was selected as running mate to Joe Burger. He was telling you why he was not supporting Joe Burger in 2023. At the time, he was co-chair on Ways and Means to Thomas Farah, and they were stealing in the legislature and pretending to be people who were committed to George Weah. So Joe Braga brain was old and rusty and going down the drain. Jeremiah Kun. You know, when people gossiping, I can always say this. Anytime you hear people sitting down, they gossiping, they shouldn't gonna tell you, say, my man, I'm meeting man. No, the thing they say in that gossip, that's their real thinking about you. Their original view, perception, and thinking about you. Any other thing after they are caught gossiping, don't waste your time. Their minds are not going to change about the things they say about you, because you're not there. People can say the real thing they know about you behind your back. Anybody who talks behind you and you're privileged to hear, hey, be careful with that person. Anybody who talks behind you and you are privileged to hear, be careful with that person. For somebody to muster the courage and went to the radio and said, Joe Braga brain, it rusty, it going down the drain. You think Jeremiah Kun's view about Joe Braga brain rusty and going down the drain has changed because he's vice president? You really think Jeremiah Kun is able to come to the radio and say to the Liberian people that Joe Braga brain is not going down the drain? No. Jeremiah Kun cannot come back to the radio and tell you that, Joe Braga is active, he's alert, he brain is strong, active, working, effective. Kun cannot tell you that. You know why? Because even Joe Braga himself will know that Kun just making fun all of him. He's only saying it to please Joe Braga. That's all. But Kun real. Besides that, Kun said it the other day again on Joe Braga's birthday. He said, Mr. President, I'm rushing you. I want nothing. I'm rushing you. I want to be president. At 42 years old, as young, I still get age in my favor. He said, 48 years old, I was young, I still get age in my favor. You my pa. You were telling Joe Braga intelligently that Joe Braga old and could die anytime. He's still young. He got age in the favor, so he's not rushing to be president. Because he know Braga will leave the scene. Because Braga old. That's exactly what Kun was saying. Ababe, I'm 48 years old. I'm still young. I want to be president. You my pa. That you my pa there, he was telling Joe Braga intelligently that you old. Because this man just told the people on radio that his pa is old and his pa is wearing paper and he buying paper for his pa. Then he goes to the papa anniversary celebration and say he 48 years old, he's still young and everything and all of that. And Joseph Braga that his pa can be a pa. But Jeremiah Kun just say he buying paper for a pa. And me, he was telling Braga that Braga, Braga will soon die. So he still get age. So he can be president. So he's not rushing. Because he 100% sure that Braga will die or Braga will leave the scene. So he won't be president, he will be president. He's not rushing. That's why Kun was communicating to Joe Braga in his presence. He didn't get it. Then I said, yeah, that's true. The paper really old for you. Yeah. Your son, few years ago, compared you to a pa that he was buying paper for, and told you that your brain is old and rusty and going down the drain. He comes back 1 year after at your birthday, 2023. Joe Braga was younger than 2024. 2024, he was younger than 2025. Kun comes back in 2025. 2 years after he compared you to a pa that he buying paper for. He comes back after 2 years and tells you to your face that, hey, I am 48 years old and you are the president. You are my pa. I'm not rushing you. You will die. You will eat paper too. That's what Kun was saying. That's all he was saying. Instead of Braga being cognizant and on the alert about the statement Kun made, he basically running behind yellow machine to go break party headquarters. Joe Bugger didn't have money to even sleep in a party headquarters. To even sleep at a place, whole meeting at a place called party headquarters. The UP still won election. In a party headquarters controversy, the UP won election. The old man jumps up and instructs Yami Gbese to go and influence the court to issue eviction order when the case has not been exhausted because it is CDC. Hey, that's what old age can do. When you're supposed to be concerned about your coffee and your tea, you work out money, you're not going anywhere. They asking for your slinger. No man slinger. Where can we go, Papa? You asking for slinger. You should be concerned about your coffee or your tea in the morning and your breakfast. And you ask, you scrap my slinger. Where you coming? Where the slinger to go? That job I got operating now. That's how he's operating. And guess what? It's official. Somewhere official. I saw disappointed. You better tell Gafan to resign from the ministry and go. Gafan, he's disappointed. He still won't be there. Nothing working. Nothing working. He very bad way. What to do? What to do? What to do? He has two options. Go back and reclaim your World Bank contract with your contract with the World Bank and resign people's job, or you stay here and tarnish is small. The tarnish repetition and respect that people get for you, you lose it. So World Bank is showing him now that no, somebody has already occupied the position. We'll find another vacancy. When there's another vacancy, we can get another. Yes. So that's what he's working on now. Gafan will resign when Gafan will not end as finance minister. Gafan will not end as the Minister of Finance. He will leave. We have the information about the boom where everything that's happening. They are disappointed. No money. They broke. They broke. And they're sitting here and still making big mouth on social media. Now, my man Piazza can make me there. The man saying that information ministry broke. No money, nothing happening. Yeah? Nothing happening. Information ministry is broke. Financially challenged. They are vexed. They are complaining behind the scenes, and they are going to social media and pretending like all is well. The government is financially crumbling. The legislature has even exhausted her budget and is begging, running beyond the Ministry of Finance for a recast. And you say you're looking for 40 million to buy yellow machines? The government say we want 1 billion. Our budget should reach 1 billion by 2026. This is the August, we're in August, September, October. So this is the third quarter of the budget year. Yeah, our revenue is still underperforming. We are experiencing shocks in the different lands, or shifts in the different lands. Lands that were performing before are no longer performing because of political decisions that were made. For example, the Ministry of Transport. The Ministry of Transport have been consistent with $5 million contribution to the budget. In the third quarter, because of the current decision that the government has taken, the Transport Ministry budget has dropped. Contribution has dropped. So that revenue stream on that is Transport Ministry is not performing anymore. So those are some of the reasons why they are calling for a recast. Because they took the money, they took the sector and turned it over to Lebanese. They say that the executive mansion interest. So revenue flow drop. How do they repair that? They have to recast. There are two reasons why people recast. And people have to understand that. One is that the government does not go for a recast, not necessarily because the government broke. There are two reasons. The possible the government could be having money, but the government priority has shifted. And once a priority shift, when you have already passed a budget, it's good, it's advisable you go back to the authority that passed it. Listen, we want to spend 2 million on fire truck to buy fire trucks. But we realize that the health sector is of more priority to us because of the break of because of the outbreak of mpox. So we need to reduce fire service money from 1 million, which is not a priority compared to the fighting the monkeypox. So it means government priority has shifted. So what will you give priority to? Monkeypox is killing or damaging people. We need to fight it. We don't have the money. So hey, let's recast. Let's take 1.5 for fire service. If we're buying 4 trucks, let's buy 1 truck and take 1.5 for that money. Shift it to the health ministry or Enfield. At that point, the recast is not going on because there is a shortfall. No, we have to understand that one. That one is not politics. The second reason is maybe there is a shortfall. Your targets are not met because the way our budget is structured is cash based and it's divided into 4 quarters, and that's how LRA collects into the same metrics. So LRA collects from January to February, March, the first quarter. April, May, June, second quarters. June, July, August, third quarter. September, October, just like that. So once your projection for the second quarter is not met or they are shortfall, like I said, transport, for example, let's assume in the third quarter, the whole quarter budget year, transport is supposed to get 4 million. So we divide transport 4 million into 4 and say, okay, each quarter we are sure of generating 1 million. So transport will go and generate, and transport will do inspection, routine inspection, all of that quarterly too, to align with the flow or the implementation of the budget. So all of these revenue generating entities and sector or taxpayers and all of that, we structure the tax regime into that quarterly. So after 3 months, you gotta pay tax. After 3 months, you gotta do inspection. After 3 months, you have to do this. But that's how the budget is structured. That's why you see after 3 months, you see police ministry or transport ministry people doing some kind of inspection, or after 6 months, they're doing some kind of inspection because they want to align the inflow along with the implementation of the budget. So once there is a short or there is a shortfall with transport, obviously it means government will have to recast. Why? Because you were expecting to spend 1 million in a third quarter and you only generated 500,000, right? Why are we recasting? We're going to look in the budget again to say, but you know what? We're in the third quarter. What? Let's look into general. What did general get in? But general, the program also go to you and women. The money, you ain't need all the money. You reduce the delegation to 10%. We take that money, put it in one pool. Let's go to agriculture. Agriculture, the program here, the other conference is not necessary. We got an ambassador already in a whole mission in Geneva, right? But we can use the mission there to represent Liberia, and then we just send a memo from agriculture to do official presentation on behalf of the government. So that the 7-man delegation will call it down to 1-man delegation to join the team in Geneva. So that money we take it and put it in the pool. How much looking for? We are looking for 500,000. So we take that money, put it in the pool. You go to Ministry of Information. How many men are they meet that million? Who's all getting 50,000? But right now we need to address the shortfall. So we can be spending money on we can be spending money on giving Philip Brown money when there's a shortfall. So Ministry of Information, the 50,000 or 100K that we get here for you to give publisher and other people money, we will suspend the payment. We'll take the money from here and put it in the pool. Shift it because there's a shortfall. We are looking for 1 million. So you feel to until the recast will do all of these costs or these shifting from one land to another land, from one agency to another agency to fit in for the shortfall because transport ministry or inflow drop. Because maybe immigration inflow drop. National identification registry people without doing it, the president suspended it, so a job. Nobody going get ADICA again. So they were giving 20,000, only 5,000 they generating, so a job. So because of these shortfalls, we have to go by a recast. So those are the two reasons for recast. Now, the reason why the government is going to recast they're not because our priority has shifted. It is because there is actually a shortfall. There are many lands that are not performing. There are many streams, there are many revenue streams that are not performing. And I just referenced the Ministry of Transport because of the political decision the government took to turn over traffic management and all of that to a Lebanese company, right? So the Ministry of Transport that was contributing to the budget obviously will not contribute because the major source of income for the Ministry of Transport for which she was contributing to the budget has shifted to a private company. So the government has to go back now to the legislature to recast. Casinos that are supposed to pay 2 times a month a year, they finish paying for January to June. But the total money they're supposed to pay is factored in the budget. And they have to wait. I negotiate with them and say, Jeremy, right now, we get my also the money you're supposed to pay in December, you gotta pay it now. Then not all the casinos will pay. Right? Some of them will pay, some will not pay. LTA, the money LTA are getting contributing to the budget for as regulatory fee. There are some media institutions that owing them, so they have to go pay because government got short for. If they can't pay, it means government got to go to LTA line. So the total amount radio station owe you how much? 32,000. I mean, they 32,000. Project one can be carrying $3,500 for just for a generator. So you got this do for 35,000 for anywhere shift A. And that put it in the pool. We're looking for 1 million to cover up for the shortfall. So that's the second reason why governments or people doing budgeting will go for recast in our system. Now, the information I'm giving you here is that the current government is running for recast because our revenue streams are not performing. They are not performing. Do you know that the government pay in two segments? For the July 26? Yes, the government pay one group of people for 26 and did not pay another group for 26. Then they got another group that don't pay but only Liberian dollar component. The government, some people, government paying their Liberian dollar component and they didn't pay US dollars. Some people, they pay the US dollars component and did not pay Liberian dollar. Some people told that too. Some people told both Liberian dollar and US dollars. And some people did not pay at all for the 26. The same thing happened with the August 24th. And it's going to happen. I was telling you on Thursday, right? Yes, Thursday last year I was telling you. And the same thing is going to happen for all the holidays. The government is challenged. The government is struggling. The government is broke. The government cannot pay for holidays ahead of holidays. She get the money. She does not have it. So all the things you see the men doing on Facebook, that's so big mouth. Nothing. Don't mind them. Do not mind them. They are broke. They are broke. Imagine the legislature even delaying to pay scratch card to lawmakers, to give gasoline to lawmakers, and you say they get money. Who will be having money and cannot and struggling to pay lawmakers their scratch cards or their gasoline? So the lawmakers that are taking is scratch card and gasoline. Some of them, you have to be in Richard Kuhn's circle. They process your own quick. They give it to you. The other men they delay. It will delay. So now 1 week, 2 weeks before they pay them. The government get money. The government will be paying like that. My people, you gotta be careful. The 45-year-old experience, Papa, finish. That dead bear, nothing inside. He finished. The man is not in charge of anything. He even take it. The country was like a cartoon, a box. take the box and put it in Joe Braga hand or put it on a desk. It will fall out for him. He not get strain in your hand to even hold it. A labiola or cartoon, a physical object that you can feel, you can touch, you can hold, and give to somebody as a gift. Take labiola, put it in a cartoon, put it in Joe Braga hand, it will drop. His veins are weak. He ain't get nothing, no strength. He can't manage anything. They make him not even remember conversation that he had, that he holds today. Tomorrow, he will forget about it. Yeah, I'm telling you, the people in the executive mansion know this. The public can forget about conversation that he held yesterday. That's how worse it is now. That he's not even remembering anything. Someone was telling me the man will eat. Our president will eat and be asking for a food 1 hour after he asking for the food. Yes. And for me, I don't consider this a medical thing. At old age, Jeremiah could say it. The man brain is going down the drain. It's normal. Even me who here talking, when I reach that age, it will happen to me. The possibility of it happening to me will be high. And all of you listening to me, those of you watching me, and UP people, CDC people, when you reach that age, 81, here your sense of reasoning gets weaker, it depreciates. That people, you become a Humpty Dumpty or a moped, like a puppet. You just be sitting there and people are managing you, telling you what to say, how to walk, how to sit down, and all of that. That's how you become. And this is the president. We have a Humpty Dumpty president, a puppet, just sitting in the mansion and somebody managing him and telling him what to do. Some of the decisions there, Braga is not even told some of the decisions that are made in this country. The key decisions that are made in this country, Braga is not privy to sensitive conversations that are being held, making decisions in the country. No. That's part of the reason Moda is still displeased. That people who he expected to have been around the president, helping him to make decisions, they are not around him. Moda wrote this in the chat room. They're not helping him. Everybody there around the president won't be taking pictures, go traveling with him for DSA and wearing fan clothes, posting pictures on Facebook and cutting shaded deals in the mansion around the president. Everybody cutting deals. You take a notorious BM car roll, they're banning and putting behind you and getting ambassador tattoo. Relegating, discrediting, demeaning the office, the title of ambassador to a common car theft. Where a picture of all circulating all on social media. Reverend Essie Howard Davis posting a picture all on social media and tell the man money for the man car and get paid. Somebody who is a notorious car theft, you take him and give him our ambassador title and put him in the executive mansion to make decisions for you on trade. To make decisions for you on trade. And you say the government is going to do better? And you think investors are going to take you serious? When some of the very people that the very men are duped. We have partners or they themselves will have to come here or want to come here to do business and they see the man as true ambassador. Who duped them before? They see the other one called Sekou Dougle sitting down to the port, duping Chinese and beating them and taking their monies. That a renowned lawyer had to write the police inspector general requesting Gregory Cuomo to investigate Sekou Dougle because he stole from Chinese. These people are still in the government. He says at the MPA and Mamaka Belete represents his interest in the executive mansion. Blocking all kinds of things. That's why you see they are fighting and heavily divided in the mansion. That's why you see they're fighting. And they will continue to fight in that mansion. I told Sunday other day, I said, you there's in that mansion, you'll be fighting. They'll be fighting. That fighting, you're fighting. One day, Hey, let me correct something. The something I was talking about, not something. I was talking about Cody or Intel. Now what I mean, I was talking about something. Intel. You gotta know your. So I said they fighting in that mansion. One day, y'all will shut in that mansion. Y'all made up a bit to fin. He will jack. So you have to be careful. And the fighting and the noise is not reaching the president. The president, yeah. Someone that ain't passing. He added in yeah. Bouaka is headed for destruction. The CDC has named a committee. I'll conclude on this note. We'll go to the telephone lines and pay costs. After Bouaka instructed the police to break down the CDC headquarters, I saw the police say the arresting people were gone. Arresting people, I don't know, they had rifles. They said they were doing search. I'm like, so one of their own lawyer men said they by the jail to overact. They told her to go down there and enforce. The rule is clear. Go and enforce the eviction. Enforcement means go there as back to provide guidance or backup. This is going to enter the people's house. They say go there. Their main responsibility is to issue the rate of eviction. And then the yellow machine is parking there to start breaking down. When the people say they're moving, your responsibility is to ensure that they move. To allow the court's instruction. The police went operated outside the rate of invasion that was issued. Yes. Operated outside the rate of invasion that was issued. Start jumping in the people's houses, stealing the people's weed, stealing the people's spreading. But people, yeah. Your only role, staying there in readiness to neutralize any potential threat against the enforcement of the eviction. That's what you went down there for, police people. You say could be jumping all in the people's houses, stealing their weed, stealing their spray, and shopping it all in your back pocket and running around. That's say that for. They didn't say to go beat people. They didn't say to go arrest people. The people that were arrested were people who were resisting. All the media people, including EFBC, they never reported any form of resistance. Nobody resisted. How can you arrest people, seditions? That's what we told you. This thing is, it's just political. And with all respect to my good friend Greg, the police will have to be extremely careful. There are a lot of police brutality and violations and lawlessness that may grow to a human rights issue. That how people can start falling in trouble with human rights related issues. Because the police overstep her bounds or authority. She should not have done that. When you busting into people's place, arresting people only because they are found in the party, yeah. Even the men they arrested, they say we did not resist. They didn't see we with any arm. Boom, they jump up. The OKFN journalists exposed them. How they were entering the party headquarters and they told the journalists to walk 10-15 feet away. Journalists 10-15 feet away. Then the police officer burst into the house. They enter the house. Then they call the journalists. Oh, you can't, we found gun. Why they didn't call the camera when you were entering the place? When the court required that every entry that is made in that place to enforce the ruling should be on camera. Why did the police even enter the house? When there was no threat, there was no resistance, all the police should have done was told to do stand by and watch. Then the excavator get to that house and break it down. And when the excavator is going there to break it down, let the people resist. When the people resisting, then the police can move in. And I was going to support the police. If there had been any resistance, I was going to support the arrest. The citizens did not resist. Nobody resisted. You saw the people using that lock, busting all the doors and things. The excavator operator is there, busting the building and everything. Boom! Police people jump that electricity inside and say they're going for a snapper in Jefferson Koji house. Wow, even so stupid. I look at it. I hear man. Oh, Yaka, we found gun. When they found the gun, they say, as soon as the boss they do, they found the gun. Who will be having snapper and put it in the living room? After they heard that police was going to invade the CDC headquarters the next day. So, Jefferson Koji gets snapper in the house. He knows that the court has issued an eviction. The police also communicated with the party. The partisans, the leaders of the party, the residents in the party headquarters were all aware that the police was going there in the morning to break down the party headquarters. Who the hell would be so stupid to be having gun or snapper in the building and would leave the snapper in the building on the living room table? Somebody has a snapper in the house, in the party headquarters, and the person will take the snapper and put it on the living room table for the police to go enter and see snapper on the living room table. I mean, the guys are so desperate to destroy people and they're willing to do anything to incriminate a whole political institution only because the target is George Weah. He said that whole continent training again. The whole continent training again because nobody took it serious and it was like, then I jump up in Yanti Tuba. The man exposed them now. The man exposed them. The man said, I was not there. We know journalists was there. And nobody was there when the door was open. So we can't outrightly say the gun was here. We can't outrightly say the gun was in the house. The man said, no, the slimmer, me. Oh yeah, we put in the people told to go back. We drive 10 feet back. So we were not there. I don't see no journalist. I said no journalist was there when the door was burst and entered into by the police. By the police, no journalist was there. So he can't report that snapper was found in the house. Anything is possible. And tell you what, before the minute even did that thing, we already got the intel, and the minute we're already expecting it. We're expecting that news. So when they were moving to the building, I personally placed a call to one of the reporters and say, when they made them move into that building, you don't switch your camera off and you don't be too far from them. That's how the journalists communicated with the other journalists. And say they want to go to the house. So when the guys were moving towards the house, that's how you saw the journalists going along with them. So they were compelled to ask the journalists 10 feet. They were compelled. Journalists, far for you, go enter somebody else. No camera. Camera in the yard. You met the cameras in the yard. The camera, on camera, the main headquarters was burst, broken down on camera. To go enter the place where they say Koji living. They say, oh, no camera. Because they want to prove a point that CDC headquarters had gone. Then they say that snapper. CDC headquarters has snapper the day you're putting minute or doing that thing, even Lone Star say you go chase the drug dealer. They use snapper on you. Big here. So these are the people who will spearhead the committee fundraising. Let me just say, yeah, these are the names. In an effort to expedite the construction of a new headquarters for the Coalition for Democratic Change, following the demolition of its previous office by the government of Liberia. Former President and Coalition for Democratic Change Standard-Bearer George Weah has established a CDC National Headquarters Construction Committee. The committee members are Councillor Jonathan Fonanti Kofa, Chairman Senator Nathaniel F. McGill, Co-Chairman, Ambassador D. Maxwell Sakimaya Simeon Avasa, Madam Yvette Freeman, Mr. Kwan, Mr. Kweu Pepsi Yeke, Mr. John Ubuti, Treasurer, Dr. Marie Scott Wilson, member, Mr. Khan Oliver Khan, member, Madam Ruth Coco Collins, a technical advisor, Mr. Yaya T. Sharif, member, Famata Wise, secretary, Mr. Emmanuel T. Swain, member, that's the chair for Muscle County, Councilor Garrison Yedu, member, Joan Sano, member, Mr. Roosevelt Johnson Jr., member, Mr. Michael Andrew Masakwe, member, Mamina Ka, gay, Youth League representative, Syria Musu Indoji, Women's League representative, Isaac Do, Samuel Ewulu, Manen George, Amirinti Totman is okay, that's Baba Chima's wife. And Ibrahim Aski, member, Honorable Len Eugene Nangwe will serve as the general coordinator. Congratulations to all of you. And trust me, I have strong confidence in everybody named on this committee. I know they're going to do all that time, their energy to reach out to people like us who can afford to contribute to the construction of this headquarters of the CDC. The committee is mandated by the former president and standard bearer to form subcommittees where necessary to work collaboratively to deliver the new facility at least within 1 year. So we expect that, Councillor Kofa, we expect that we should be dedicating our headquarters by next year, August. Or latest September, or maybe next year July, or next year February, on the 5th, maybe on my birthday, February 5th next year, or August 24th. So, but whatever the case is, we expect that no later than August next year, we expect that the headquarters will be completed and dedicated. The party continues to receive significant goodwill and support for this project following the recent politically motivated action. To coordinate these efforts, a designated bank account will be opened and the details made public. Multiple payment methods will be facilitated. Meanwhile, the standard bearer has mandated Chairman Janga Ko to host a press conference to address the disastrous invasion of the CDC headquarters by the government, the illegal abduction of some partisans, and the ongoing pending legal challenges before the courts of Liberia, issued by the office of the standard bearer. Congratulations to all of you. I'm told there's going to be an immediate meeting here, I think tomorrow, day after tomorrow, by the committee to come up with other possibly subcommittees and with some actions and all of that to jumpstart the official fundraising that will see the headquarters built in 1 year. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Liberians, these are the happenings in the country. It's time to hear from you. What's your thought on all of the things we have said? I can say to you in 2 minutes, the CDC will definitely have a brand new headquarters within a year. I can also say to you that the headquarters that will be built will be a modern one, far way better than the old one that was demolished by the government. The headquarters will serve as a major boost and a bigger source of motivation to seditious, reactions, and sympathizers of the CDC. So there's no need to panic. Our phone could not rest on the weekend. Seditians were angry. Some were in tears. But some were strong. Some were even motivated because when you are being targeted by the government in politics, it speaks to your strength. Every time a government attacks you, it says to you that the government is afraid of you. The government sees you as a potential threat to unseating it. So government targeting you is a good news politically. Politically, government targeting you is a good news. Why is the government not running after all the political party headquarters and things, but the CDC? Why is the government interfering within a matter that involving two private people? The political party as a private institution and the stomach fees. Because the government wants to destroy you. Why do you think the government wants to destroy you? Because the government sees the CDC as a potential threat to it. The UP sees the CDC as a potential threat. And they're not wrong. They are right to perceive the CDC. That is a testament, a recognition of the strength and power of the CDC and influence too. So obviously it has to be a threat. But the manner in which the government proceeded was illiterate. The code was even more illiterate and insensitive. They have even issued an instruction to the police to go down there. Because nobody refused. You have time to give people who occupy your property. The CDC have valuables in the place. The furniture and all of that, the cameras, all the infrastructure they had, the interior designs. Broke all, they destroyed them. But they did it to hurt you. So if you are hurt, then mean you are not strong. You can be a seditious. Seditious is not supposed to be hurt because of action from his or her opposition. Yes, you can disagree internally, but actions from your opposition are not supposed to pin you. They're not supposed to break you down. They are not supposed to hurt you. They are supposed to build you. They are supposed to make you stronger. They are supposed to exert your emotion for the CDC. That's why they're supposed to do, because they are after you. They're targeting you. I said to you, the UP was in headquarter crisis in one election in this country. Not just headquarter crisis. It was broke. We know the story of how they even got the other headquarters here. We know we went to that aid, and we know what's happening now. Hey, the CDC does not live in the headquarters. No. The CDC as a political party does not live in the headquarters. Even the brand new one we are about to build, the CDC will not be living in that building. The CDC is in your hearts. Yes, that's the CDC. So look around, you still see the CDC around. Has the CDC died? No. Has like this certificate the CDC? No. It is still an existing political party in the country. A force to reckon with too. A force that is scary and instilling fear in the ruling party. In the absence of headquarters, they are still afraid of you, citizens. They are still afraid of the CDC. So that building was not the CDC. That building was never the CDC. Even the one that will be built within 1 year will not be the CDC. It is just a house that sends and they let out. We don't need a house to tell you that there is a political party that people believe in. What you need, you only need a heart. Meaning you just need to be alive. CDC existing. Once you are alive, CDC is alive. You don't need a house. You don't need a structure. You just need a heart. So yeah, they may live in. Once you live in, CDC is alive. Because it bleeds within. It rests within. It is situated within. Within the heart. In the body. That's where the CDC is. It's not in one building. It's not in one building. If building can can strengthen political party. I mean, no political party should be existing in Liberia because no political party has its own headquarters. They own or bill. So you have to understand what the CDC is. Once you bear in mind what the CDC is, you tell headquarters, you get headquarters back kick. Hey, that headquarters did not do anything for you. You did something for that headquarters. It's because of you. That building is recognized in the country globally. It's because of you. That building, that space, that land is being recognized globally. It is because of you. What your heart is bleeding, what the CDC, what your heart is caring for the CDC. It is because of you that place was considered a country, a whole nation that were training people into leadership. It is because of you. The building didn't make you. You made that land. You made that building. You gave that building attention. You gave that property attention, global attention. You gave that property global fame, global status. And you want the property to break you down because it is destroyed. The property is destroyed. It's broken down. And when you want to get broken down along with the property, you can't be a CDC. You want to get broken down with the property. You made it. You built it. You painted it. Just recently, the revolutionary blue babies, they went in that place and painted the whole yard, the fence, the building. So it was you that made the building. The building didn't make you. They tell you to put in Fasama. They say, this is the CDC headquarters in Fasama. Fasama will become the most popular place in the Republic of Liberia. Who in Liberia know? How many persons in Liberia know Fasama? Tell CDC and care CDC, but one bear say, this is the CDC headquarters. The whole world will know Fasama, that there's a place called Fasama in Liberia. Tell CDC, care CDC in Dia. How many persons know there's a place called Dia in Grand Cape or in Liberia? Take CDC headquarters and carry it to Dia. The whole world will get to know that there's a place called Dia in Grand Cape County. You made the CDC. You are about to make another land popular globally. You are about to make another building popular globally. You are about to give another space a global recognition, a global fame, because the CDC bleeds in you, in your heart. It is your heart that is the CDC. Take your heart to anywhere you see a building with inscription only, CDC headquarters. That place gets popular. It gets global fame. I see some of you, you want to express anger with yourself. You want to get vexed with the CDC leadership for not buying headquarters. You can force somebody to buy the headquarters, to buy their property. They said no. They said no, we're not selling our property because the UP did not want to sell the property. They don't want CDC to stay there. So they influence the owner of the property. What did you expect CDC to do? Force the owner of the property to stay in his property? No. Today, the CDC is even more stronger. The CDC has gained stronger fame and popularity and favor from the hearts and minds of the people. Just because of that demolition, that politically motivated demolition. Anybody actually tell them the government broke our party headquarters down? That's not the quote. The government broke. I told you, I said the three branches of the government in Liberia under Joe Baka, they are rotting, compromise, and the quote is the worst. The compromise. Only a few good ones you will see in the court. Maybe the Supreme Court bench, you get a few good ones there. And we're still struggling, fighting the attempt by the executive to arm towards them. the lower courts, few good ones there, the many bad ones there. George Roosevelt with it, and one of the many bad ones. But they stay there because they are enjoying the political protection of the president. You know, so we can do it. Yeah, we can fight and continue to fight, continue to engage, continue to expose them, so you can know what is going on. But I say to you, Joe Biden will pay. Biden can be 91 years old. All the crimes he's committing here, he'll be in wheelchair. He will go to that court. These very courts that he's using, one day, the day of reckoning will come. Joe Biden will be in wheelchair and go to that court. He even served as president for 12 years. He will still go to that court. Y'all watch the show. Look, the Bible does not lie. The Bible doesn't lie. God has his way of paying by of fighting your battle. So this battle, say to yourself, citizens, this battle is not ours. It's the Lord's. Say to yourself, this battle is not ours. It's the Lord's battle. He will fight it. And those who are conspiring against the CDC to destroy George Weah, they will be put to shame. They will be made shame publicly, disgraced publicly. Because if it was just about politics, no issue. I can say that I be disagreeing with Joseph Boakai. If it was just politics. But for me to try to go to, for me to start going beyond politics, I'm going to be looking for a gun somewhere, looking for an object, looking for a story, making up story to incriminate Joe Boakai or to incriminate the UP or the government officials. No, the things I say here should just be true, reality. Should just be reality. I don't have to say this is politics, and I should go at all length or any length to destroy somebody in the name of politics. Then I don't have to be a politician. I don't. Even as a propagandist, I don't have to be a propagandist if it will cause me destroying somebody's life. Yeah, my responsibility is to ensure that Joe Boakai and his government can stay unpopular. That's my responsibility. That's why everything we have ever said against Joe Boakai and the government is coming to pass. You are seeing them for yourself. Because if we were lying to you, there are other men who used to be talking all that thing, who need to put on among the list of people to be minister of state. If we were going to be lying to you and inconsistent, you will not have respect for us. Our forces will have no moral. The only thing you can say about the man did not respect Joseph Boakai. When Boakai say he's proceeding recklessly, they say that insult. They say Boakai proceeding carelessly, they say that insult. Now all they will tell you about also. But everything we say to you will come to pass. Everything we have said to you about Joe Boakai and his government and his officials, you will see them. You see them revealing themselves. You see them revealing themselves. Where are these telephones? That's 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers to call in tonight, and let's have your view on the different issues we're talking about in our country today. And we can take like 8 calls and move from here to go back to our broadview. So let's take the first call, 30 seconds each. We hear you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Pastor Recording.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I want to say it all. Right. You know, okay, who will forget you? Yeah. You know, the thing was to go to the order of fire. For me, I went in there every day. Every day, I get on that road. So I keep on that reach that place for this day. And you see, I'm going to pay for what we are doing. You have to keep it correct. That is what you're saying. So as far as teachers, there are a certain 4,000 we are sure to keep the courage, but then we get our digital. We get down, how they pay labor, and we make it pay.
Sure. Thank you. Let's stop to the next person. 30 seconds each. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello? Okay, this person ain't ready yet. Let me talk to somebody from this. And where is the WhatsApp line? Let me try to activate this WhatsApp number. So the WhatsApp number for those of you who may want to call +231 886 500 104. Good evening to you. Please go ahead.
Okay, this is Friday team. They're calling from Dixfield Township.
Okay.
I want to say thank you, GHU, so much. All those that are on True FM and even Kings FM. You people are very odd, and I just want, you people to enact the date in waiting. Some all we are here by ourselves at the construction. I'm just waiting. And then now the day the plan for the work. We'll come there. We'll build up that. We'll build up party headquarters. That's what the China did in China. We were working there. And we'll build up party. And people will be inspired.
Thank you. Yes. Don't worry. Yeah. The people will come out to work. Hire, did they hire? No, we're not hiring. No, did they hire? Civilian will go down there, toast the smell, bossing, and makes the concrete and everything. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Good evening, Pastor Kawa.
Let's hear you, my brother.
This is the first of the sign and also good is full. As you see, as you know, is written at the devil always fail or losing battle. So the whole deals with the devil to fail or losing battle. Because it deals with the devil, so you all fight, or your fight will be a losing fight. Now, the many for evil, the many will never shine. But in the end, all have the best. We are about to get a morning quarter down there, jittering, seeing what kind of things. It's up to them.
Thank you. 30 seconds each. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
And I want to say thank you for what you are saying for our services that we are doing for us. And we say thank you. And if you go look at the way powerful prayer, the king out of powerful prayer, and then the going into the move at the quarter. They have to sing them from the move at the quarter to us now, and then quarter to quarter of the kitchen. That's who we're going to be left there. But they go for Jovia. At least it's true for us that we're going to be a bit at the quarter. Our God, then our part will have there. But if you can go for Jovia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next person, quickly, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Good evening, Austin. How are you?
I'm okay, by God's grace. How are you?
Yeah. Thanks to you guys for the encouragement. We appreciate it. This is Edmo Carr. And the whole surprising part is that when we put on the design, they said our AI. Now the committee is out. They are referring to it that why you didn't put the other person there, why you didn't put the other person there. So where are we? So kudos to our president, that size is like us, but immediately we are now into motion to start building our own. It is highly commendable. So we are not even thinking about it again. What we're thinking about is to move forward. But this economy that you're always talking about, it is a serious issue in the country and the trust issue. That is why you're always talking about it. And they are taking like these are the things that make the international community not to trust you. These are some of the reasons why the president will take 40+ MOD to international conference where other countries are taking away millions of dollars and we come in with nothing in the country. You can have an institution that is set up to put drugs in the country, then the executive is seriously involved with that institution. Okay? Just a few months ago, the other group of people that were there, they were removed. Here now, there's a fight now between the other men, so where are we going on with that fight? So that means that so-called emergency that was pronounced by the president, it was just cosmetic. You were just trying to play on the intelligence of the Nigerian people. And through that, the government is struggling. And they are not putting nothing into play.
No.
Another one of the people go out of the post office. Another one of the play. They were in
Thank you. Next person, go ahead. Oh, that's this person. Yes. Take it from here. Good evening to you.
Good evening, my son.
Go ahead, Victoria.
Thank you very much, my brother. You know, my brother, the people there, they can't allow the people that show you have to gain trust. But the trust, the potato, or any the 2 years, the trust that came in the country, and the trust that enter in the country, the more they were starting job, you have to gain trust. Now, everyone who have to gain trust, they were landing at the you have to gain trust. But you go, or expose the people, so that people can take that any level, and lie to the one who is wrecking. Don't vote the person, vote me, they say for yourself. Can't tell me to another people of the institution they will vote that. But if you have got the people that come to power, they are criminal, they damage our children, they to all, they call man or man papers, they are telling job. Actually, you must pay my job, you need to pay my job, I will know how to go to you. And up to now, there are some president, you have a file at me, but up to now, they tell me.
Thank you. Next person, go ahead. Let's hear you. Dr. Cici, let's hear you, Ambassador.
So you see, man, nobody, you see it, you got me for you, What I can say to my number, I like that for you, Austin. Please don't try me, please. You look at what ambassador when you want to bench ambassador number, and you're not seeing it.
You might get 4 people more. Go to the issue. Let's hear you.
Okay, so the issue. I want to ask the British people, what is that they want? What do they want from us? You bought something here for us, we still rejoicing. We still happy that we say was we happy with a party here for us. What you say want people? They set up a committee for the CBC. That was a committee for all for neighborhood people.
Oh, Masisi. Nami, yo. Nami.
The people sue us. The people lie to us. The government betray us.
Oh, yes, we have to go. Masisi was the last caller on the show tonight. Thanks to all of you for following the show. Even those of you who joined Lily, Mafata Soiree, Alexander, Monjolo, Favor, Morris for long. It's been a while, Favor. Hope you're doing good. Woki Davis, Paul Jasper, Honorable J.D. Williams, Kareem Kumar. What's up, my good friend?
That led us to a lot of damages.
Thanks to all of you. J. Edwin Saki, Paul Jasper. Thanks to all of you for following. We shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace. Until tomorrow, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin Kawa. Bye-bye.
So why? The government should lie. Why? But that the question that we have.